So hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and another video with a new students. So in this video, I'm going to discuss about the journey from India to UK. तो हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं इस वक्त प्रजीत और हाय प्रजीत। सबसे पहले तो थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग अस। तो प्रजीत, सबसे पहले तो आप मुझे ये बताइए कि आपने किस तरह से अपना जर्नी स्टार्ट किया यूके आने के लिए।
So my journey towards UK is kind of tricky actually. So I was not planning towards UK. It was my first destination was Canada. So I was trying
राइट।
to go to Canada, and since because Canada is restricting the entry for Indians at this point, so I couldn't get into it. So and I had a second option as my UK. I mean, I applied to this. I'm doing masters in pharmacology and drug discovery. So this is a secondary opinion. I mean, option for me.
ओके,
So
सो यूके इज द
since
सेकंड
be
ऑप्शन।
yeah, the things because for Canada getting PR is much easy. So even in second ranking is UK. So I took UK for that reason, and well, I didn't expect UK to be this much good, but you know, really it is really good. People are totally what to say, they greet people. I mean, they
राइट।
say thank you and sorry every single time.
ओके,
Wherever we
गुड
can
गुड।
see, you can just say sorry, just say thank yous. You can't expect that in India or in any other country, I suppose. So that's new to me. So that's really good, actually. Sometimes
ओ,
you meet people, but still, there are lots of good people in this country.
ओके, आई फॉरगॉट टू आस्क यू व्हिच पार्ट ऑफ योर इंडिया फ्रॉम बाय द वे।
I'm from Tamil Nadu.
Oh, from
Uh,
Chennai?
yeah.
Oh, great. Okay. So how did you apply for this? Through the agent or yourself? How did you apply for this university?
Well, I applied myself.
Right.
Initially applied myself, but thing is that the process is really, I mean, it's really tiresome. I mean, it's tedious. So I
Mhm.
was not able to do a lot of works by myself. So I was not able to connect to the universities where I applied. So I had to hire another consultant to do that because it's really sending mails to the universities and
Right.
following that it's really difficult. So that's the reason I
Right.
had a consultant.
When did you start for searching the university? Because you were landed for the last week, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I
When
started
did you
my
start your journey? I mean, when did you start for searching the university for Canada or UK?
well, it started 6 months before. I mean, I started
Right.
for UK for from January, I suppose.
January.
So
Okay.
yeah, it takes a lot of time to scrutinize and find the right
Right.
university
Okay.
because there are lots of universities in UK. Literally, there are lots of universities. You can just find universities in each county. So they say it's
Right.
county,
Okay.
but it's not district or state, and like in India, so they say counties. So you
Okay.
can find lots of counties here.
Good. And have you given IELTS test?
Yes, I scored overall 7.0.
Good. It's a
Individual
good
score,
score,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so minimum of 6.5 is my score.
Right. Okay. So, any reason for choosing Coventry?
Well, my in my department, pharmacology department, there is a startup company in this university, which is called Innocardia, and
Right.
which is really big, and which is the reason I just got inspired. Which is not
Right.
available in any universities. So there is no startups in any of the universities in this
Okay.
department. Yeah,
So you have researched a lot, yeah. So
exactly.
before, great,
Yeah,
yeah.
it takes a lot of time,
Mhm.
and you have to think before you do everything.
Right. I mean, what do you suggest about the student they are, thinking about for study in United Kingdom or Canada or US anywhere? So when they should start for their research?
Well, I would suggest to at least have 6 to 8 months prayer.
Right.
I've seen a lot of people who are working, who have worked in India, and they are coming here for masters and trying to get a job here. So people
Mhm.
who are doing that, I would suggest you to start procedure at least 1 year before, so that
One year.
because you guys,
Okay.
yeah, because you are working, so obviously it's very difficult for you to follow the things up, and literally you can't do both things at the same time. So if you're a graduate, I would suggest it's just takes 4 to 6 months. So
Okay.
it depends upon individuals, I would say.
And how long it takes for CAS, when you email to the university and everything, because we are getting complaint about getting
Yeah,
very delay for the CAS this time. For every
yeah.
student is saying, "Oh, we haven't received CAS yet." So, w- how long it takes? When did you apply for the CAS?
Well, CAS is a really tricky one. It can lead you to into the dump like that. If you just you have to be sure that you apply prayer enough
Right.
2 3 months before, or else you will be ending up in classes might start and you will be still waiting for that. So that will
Right.
happen. So to avoid that, please apply for classes at least for 2 to 3 months before. So that
2 to 3
that is
months.
how, yeah, every university. And it's not like single university. It's not Coventry. It's not Belfast University. It's not the Queen's University. There are lots of universities which provides CAS. It provides very late. So you have to be sure that um, at least you give 2 to 3 months in a space.
Great. Okay. And you have so much expectation before coming to UK,
Yeah.
and now come to the point. Okay, when you landed in which airport you landed? Is it the Birmingham or Manchester? Which airport did you arrive?
Well, my
Or London
destination was
Heathrow?
well, I my destination was towards Birmingham, but
Right.
unfortunately, because of lots of things, they landed on Manchester.
Oh,
So from
Manchester. Right.
Manchester, yeah, from Manchester, literally it was a strike. It was
Oh,
yeah, it was bus strike, and there was nothing available at that point. So I had to take a local bus towards Manchester City. So from
right.
Manchester City, some an individual helped me to get a coach towards Birmingham. I was lucky enough there
Okay.
was one seat available, and
Oh,
somehow
really?
yeah, somehow managed to get in that, and I landed on Birmingham. From Birmingham, again have to
Mhm.
go to another bus station,
Uh,
which was 1 mile away, and there was nothing available to go there. I mean, there was no transportation at that point because the strike was going on, and literally nothing was that. People used to walk. Everyone started walking, so I had to walk and go to that station, and somehow I landed on Coventry.
So how was the atmosphere in Manchester airport? When you were landed, okay, is a long queue for students or just few of them? And
It's
how
a
was
very
it?
long queue. It was a
All
very long
right.
queue. Yeah. So I can see lots of Indians here, as well as British, and
Mm-hmm.
surprisingly, I can find lots of Northeast people as well. I mean, like Pakistan people, then
Right.
people from Afghanistan.
Right.
I can find a lot of people in that
Right.
area, and uh, some individuals are really good, but you have to
Mhm.
be very careful. And sometimes my friends got mugged.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, so you have to be very careful to whom you are speaking to it.
Okay. And in terms of airport interview, with the visa officer, uh, what was the question?
Well, they asked, what are you going to study, and where you are going to. Then I
Right.
said, I was just, I'm studying this course, and I have to go to Coventry University. Then he asked why you landed in Manchester. So I had to explain him the situation, what was going on. And he said, no worries, it's not a big deal. You can pass through. The questions were not that difficult, and they were really
Okay.
good.
It's
Yeah,
straight relevant to, or no?
yeah,
Okay.
whatever relevant, and they don't ask many questions, just 5 minutes, not maximum, not more than
Did
that.
Did he check any documents? Did you check
Well,
any document?
he asked me my passport, and
Oh,
there is a letter along with the
okay.
passport. It's given by the UKVI about the
Okay.
BRP.
Okay.
BRP is
BRP
British.
letter. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. BRP letter will
And
be there, and he checked it, and he said it's okay. You can go.
did he see a TB certificate like normally you require from
Yeah,
coming?
but they didn't. The person who I mean, the person who interviewed me, he didn't ask for anything like that. He just saw these things and he asked why you landed here, and he explained it. He said it's not a big deal. You can go. That's all.
Right. Okay. So currently, what challenges are you facing in terms of accommodations? Okay. Is it the university accommodation or private accommodation, and how did you find your accommodation?
Well, initially, I thought I'll go with the university accommodation, but
Okay, great.
one big problem with the university accommodation is that you have to pay a whole amount of 4 lakhs initially. I mean, you have to
All
pay
right.
everything. Yeah, so that is, I feel, I don't know, I don't think any Indian or anyone would go for that, because
Right.
most of the Indians work here and also the
Mhm.
study. So it's very difficult for them to pay initially 4 lakhs. So we go for private accommodation. So I
Right.
was staying initially in my uh, friend's apartment for 2 to 3 days,
Okay.
and I was searching since, because it's not the right time, because you can find accommodations from September.
Hmm.
If you come from any other month, like if you're coming from Jan intake or if you're coming from May intake, you might find it very difficult. Literally, I mean, finding an accommodation or finding a flat or a apartment for yourself is quite tedious. So I would suggest you just find the right person before you come here, and try to book an apartment before you land here, because there are lots of scams as well. So
Right.
a lot of people, if suppose one of the scammers, some people ask money before you
Oh,
visit. Yeah, so please don't do that. So in British, people don't ask money before you view the apartment. They have to book an appointment to to view the apartment. After seeing all these things, if you're okay with it, they'll ask for an agreement kind of thing.
right.
Like it can be for 6 months or one year, but to land on that, it might take a long process. It takes at least 1 week to do all these things in person. I mean,
Okay. How much the cost now for your accommodation,
for
roughly?
me, well, I'm paying 300 pounds
Is it the
without
sharing
bills.
accommodation?
Well, yeah.
Okay, £300. Okay.
For me, it's a
So,
single room, but
okay.
I'm staying in a single room. But in that flat, I mean, in that house, there are lots of rooms. So my friends stay in that. For if you want to share it, it's kind of 250. For me, I'm paying 300 without bills.
Okay. And how about searching job now?
Well, actually, I'm trying to get a job relevant to my field, in
Mhm.
a hospital or a pharmacy. But thing is that since this is not the right time, uh, I researched on this jobs and part-time jobs
Right.
and full-time jobs. So I heard that there is a season for graduate jobs, there is a season for
Hmm.
experienced jobs, and there is a season for part-time jobs as well. Well, if you land in times like May or June, you might find it very difficult, because everyone and every pharmacies or even every stores, it's filled with students already who came on June or who came in September 2021. So it's very difficult at this point. Probably you can find jobs in September, because that is a season where you can find graduate jobs, I guess.
How did you find the price in the UK for basic items?
Um,
For the basic
let's say,
items.
like milk, if you take milk, it's kind of costly if you compare with India, but
Right.
I suggest you don't compare with India anything. I mean, it's
Okay.
for them, it's okay. I mean, it's like 1 pound for them, and it's they
Right.
feel it's just 1 rupee, like Indian rupees. But if you want to convert it every single time, you would lose your mind, literally. You will be
Okay. So
like,
better not
cracked.
to convert in Indian rupees.
Better, I
Yeah.
would suggest not to convert anything.
Indian
Just
rupees. Yeah.
think it is like you're having 1 rupee or something for 1 pound. So that way you don't have mental stress, and as well as you live a peaceful life. So
Right.
that's how it works. If you want to convert every single time, you will lose your
It's
money.
hard. It is hard, yeah. But
Yeah,
once you landed everything, whenever you are buying, because you don't have a job, okay, at the
yeah,
moment. So whenever you are going to spend even a single pound, your brain is going back. Oh, 1 pound is
exactly,
like 96
exactly.
rupees. Okay.
But
If you buying a cup of tea or coffee, okay, so it's still, oh, is it 2 pounds or 3 pounds? So it's like gonna be like, oh, 96 pounds for a one. So it's hard, yeah. Once
yeah,
you get in a job, obviously the things coming
so
back to
you might
normal, and
not
then
feel that thing. Yeah,
yeah.
but one thing is that here the economy is gone down. So I just spoke with a few British people. They say that they are facing an increase in economic crisis. I mean, it's kind of everything is increased at this point. Like, not only the products, the daily products, the living cost is also increased. So, I mean, I think it's common for every country, I guess, at this point, because of COVID. They are facing this is because of the COVID. Since because 2 years of COVID, nothing happened, right? So that is because of that, the economy is kind of not in the right path, I guess.
Yeah, let me tell you a few things, okay? Because 24th of February, as you know about what happened in the world, okay, because of
Yeah.
Ukraine war. So the price for the oil is increased, which affects
Yeah.
the inflation rate. The inflation rate for United Kingdom as per 31st of May is a 9.1, but the official is 11% inflation, which hit
Okay.
the price for every items. Okay, even
Okay.
like inflation rate all over the world now is going to
Yeah. It's
increase.
it's
Yeah, so
it's
I
not in
mean,
the right path.
yeah, that's right. Yeah. So if you are coming to United Kingdom, so obviously, you bear in mind these things.
Yeah.
Okay, now I go for the last questions. The student, they are planning to come for a study here. Okay, what do you suggest? In terms of searching university, applying visa, or in terms of accommodation, what's your piece of advice? What you gonna say to the students? They are planning to come to United Kingdom. What's your piece
Well,
of advice?
yeah. So, well, I would suggest it's a good country comparatively. I would suggest like in US, UK is also well developed, and you can find a lot of markets for each and every department. Like you can take pharma department, you can take any department like fashion department. Anything is it's all well developed, but you just bear in mind that it's not the life is not as easy as in India. So you have to you're in your own. So you have to keep in that in mind and work on each aspect of your life. It might be having food. You have to cook it for at least you can't buy food outside. You can't afford that. At least you get it until you get a job, I guess, full-time job, I guess. So until that, you have to cook yourself. And third most important thing is that you have to make sure that you don't land up in a wrong path.
Okay.
Yeah, thing is that people come here and do part-time jobs, but they land in a wrong path that they have a mental conscience that okay, part-time job is my life. I'm gonna do it for 2 to 3 years, even in my PSW. Please don't do that. I mean, I would suggest you there are lots of recruitment agencies for
Right.
full-time job. So you have to develop your skills. That is why you are here for studying. So people help you for developing your studies. Whichever university you go, it's Coventry University or it's Birmingham City University, wherever you go, they will help you. The university will help you to develop your skills and place you in the right path. But you have to utilize it. They won't come and feed you. You have to go to that services and find what is required for you, and they will provide you the right service, right? If you're not utilizing it and still you're going for part-time jobs, I've seen lots of students who do that,
Mhm.
but they don't be in the right path. They just they get diverted and do
Yeah.
a lot of stuff that is not required in their career.
Mhm.
So I have seen a lot of people who have 10 to 15 years of experience come here
Uh-huh.
for studying in universities. So those people go in the right path because they are much more matured. So people who graduate in India, they come here and they do the masters and they don't know what to do. So I would suggest you if you come here, you just don't get diverted. Just be if you have a goal, just have it till the end of 1 year, or if you're doing 1.5 years or 2 year course, just have that goal till you complete it and uh, go towards that goal and don't get be diverted. That's what I can say because there are lots of diversions you can't even imagine if
I
you
I know very well. Okay, when
yeah
I came for this country, the same as when you come from, especially from South Asian countries, so the background you're coming from. Okay, so it depends, because
yeah
if you have a set goal, okay, you're coming go for studies, and then after finishing the study, then you search the market and find the relevant job. Okay, but if some
yeah
other student I found, okay, they don't bother, they find a part-time job, and rather than
exactly
focusing the full-time job,
yeah
so ultimately, the effect on, you are losing time and money as well.
yeah
So that's a good piece of advice. Yeah. So
thank you.
so anything else you would like to say to a student? That's it.
Well, I would say British, it's totally different from in 70 years after, we got independence, it's totally different.
Yeah.
But still, you don't try to provoke them. Be friendly with them and they will be really friendly. You just greet them when the moment you land here, greet them everywhere you see them. Just go say good morning, just say cheers. They'll reply to you and they'll be so friendly. But if you try to provoke them, they are the worst enemies.
Oh,
So,
well, they
so
retaliate
that's
basically. Yeah.
so exactly. So try not to do that.
Okay, guys. So this is my video with Prajit. Prajit, thank you very much for joining
Sure.
us. And if you have any question, you may leave in a comment section. We will pass to the Prajit. एंड और अगर प्रजीत की बातें आपको अच्छी लगी हैं, सही है, आपको कोई भी क्वेश्चन करना है प्रजीत से, तो कमेंट सेक्शन में जाकर आप कर सकते हैं। और मुझे दीजिएगा इजाज़त, मिलता हूं मैं आपसे अगली वीडियो में। उस वक्त तक के लिए गुड बाय।
Bye.